recording the induction ceremony, for posterity and record-keeping purposes. So, welcome. Members of Psi Chi. Our purpose in meeting here is to induct into Psi Chi, the International Honor Society in Psychology, 11 persons who are dedicated students in the field of psychology. The qualifications of these candidates have been reviewed carefully, and we believe they demonstrate an active interest in the science of psychology and show promise as indicated by their academic records. Before we proceed, I would like to introduce myself, as well as present to you our chapter officers for the 2021-2022 academic year. And now I'm going to read about myself. So as you can see on the slide, I joined the teaching faculty at Drexel in 2018. I did my graduate work at Temple University, in the field of experimental psychology. And after I started at Drexel, the next following year, I assumed the role of the faculty moderator for the Drexel University chapter of Psi Chi. All right. So moving forward to our amazing executive board. So we have President Ellen Dong, who is a senior psychology major. She's a motivated individual, driven by her dream to do what she loves. She's pursuing a career in behavioral healthcare management and hopes to complete a master's degree in healthcare administration in the future. She enjoys going out to eat and traveling, eventually. Her favorite things to do are watching TV, listening to music, and exploring the city. Next, our Vice President, Ariana Powers, who is a sophomore psychology major. She's in the pre-med track. She has a passion for medicine and working toward becoming a pediatric cardiothoracic surgeon or neurosurgeon. A certified beach bum and book addict, Ariana spends much of her free time out at the ocean reading. She loves to travel and learning about different cultures, so she hopes to explore the world one day. Third, we have our secretary, Tanisha Chari, who is a senior psychology major and criminal justice and writing minor. She's an international student from Dubai. She aims to become a family lawyer in the future. She spent most of her childhood in a boarding school in India. There, she learned to value any time she could spend with her friends and family because they mean everything to her. During her free time, Tanisha loves listening to music and going to the gym. Fun fact, Tanisha has visited over 30 countries around the world. Her favorite country so far is Spain. Now, our treasurer, Kaylee Woolley, who is a senior psychology health science major and a Navy veteran. Thank you. From Highlands Ranch, Colorado, double majoring in psychology and health science. Kaylee's highly driven and desires to pursue a career in cardiac sonography. On her days off, Kaylee enjoys going to the beach and getting lost in any psychological thriller or binging reality TV. We are the same. She also enjoys hiking and going to the park with her dog Moose along with her husband. Next, we have our event coordinator, Michaela Carpenter, who is a senior psychology major and communications minor. She's a student from a small town in rural Illinois. At Drexel, she studies psychology with the hopes of one day attending medical school and becoming a psychiatrist. When she isn't drowning in work or her responsibilities as a dedicated cat mom, Michaela enjoys music, volunteer work, and writing. And finally, our marketing liaison, Mahi Patel, who is a senior psychology major and communication and business admin minor. Mahi is an international student who's originally from India, but was born and raised in Dubai. She's majoring in psychology and minoring in communications and business admin. She loves socializing and working with people. In her free time, she likes to travel, explore new places with her friends, and dancing. She's in the process of figuring out what to do after graduation, but someday she does hope to open up her own psychology and counseling clinic. Fun fact, she's traveled to 6 different places in the past 2 months to make up for the time that she couldn't travel during the peak of the pandemic. Okay. So get ready. You're about to be inducted into an organization that is international in scope, international in interests, and international in opportunities. Before accepting membership in Psi Chi, we invite you to hear its standards and ideals.
The mission of Psi Chi is to recognize and promote excellence in the science and application of psychology. By joining this organization, we work together for the achievements in our field through observation, logical thinking, and critical yet tolerant open-mindedness. We accept that the fundamental teaching of psychology is the fact that individuals differ. This means that they have varying interests and motives, and that they may strive for different goals. We look upon our science as a developing effort to understand human nature. As you enter our organization, you will be joining several renowned psychologists who are distinguished members of Psi Chi. These individuals include Albert Bandura, Alice Eagley, Philip Zimbardo, Mazarin R. Banaji, and B.F. Skinner.
As you enter our organization, you will be joining several renowned psychologists who are known as distinguished members. And the name of our organization, Psi Chi, represents the 2 Greek words, psyche and kairos. Psyche suggests scholarship and enrichment of our minds. Therefore, we have chosen as members those whose academic records are outstanding. Kairos stands for fellowship and research.
In accordance with these standards, we uphold specific eligibility requirements for admittance into our chapter. To join, prospective members must be at least a sophomore in college, have a minimum GPA of 3.0, be pursuing a minor or major in psychology, and maintain a high standard of personal behavior.
With respect to your association with our chapter of Psi Chi, we as members have a right to expect you to attend our meetings, participate in our programs, further the cause of psychology on campus, and adopt the role of alumni in the years ahead.
In accordance with these expectations, individuals must attend each general body meeting held at the beginning of every quarter of the academic year to maintain their statuses as active members. In addition, we expect members to participate in at least one Drexel Psi Chi fundraiser or event per quarter. Trust me, there are plenty to choose from.
By adhering to the standards of the organization, you will reap the benefits of membership of a renowned honor society. Psi Chi boasts over 1,150 chapters across the world, over 750,000 dedicated lifetime members, and offers more than $400,000 in awards, grants, and scholarships to undergraduate students. Active members are invited to participate not only in the activities of the local chapter, but also in those of the regional and society organizations.
In addition, members benefit from the ability to build a distinctive resume with Psi Chi credentials and find meaningful connections that will advance their careers. Our organization prepares students for their futures by providing opportunities for leadership, professional and research experiences, as well as networking skills, which are all top qualifications that employers look for in their candidates.
You have heard the aims and ideals of Psi Chi and the expectations for its members. Do you as students in the field of psychology accept its goals and purposes as your own? If you do accept these goals and purposes as your own, please unmute yourself and respond, I do.
I do.
I do.
Thank you. Without further ado, let us recognize the 2021 inductees of Drexel University Psi Chi chapter.
First, we have Riley Teen. He is a junior psychology major and a data science minor. He hopes to pursue counseling psychology in the future and enjoys volunteering at food shelters, exploring the city, and playing PC games. And a fun fact about Riley is that they've listened to 34 plus 35 at least once or twice a day for the past 3 months.
Next, we have Farah Federani. She's a pre-junior majoring in psychology, and her interests include watching psychological thrillers, drawing and sketching. Follow her Instagram at Farah Sketches, and trying new places to eat. She would like some recommendations to try out because she's always on the hunt for good food. I am as well. A future goal she has is to potentially become a school psychologist. One fun fact about her is that she has changed her major twice, once from political science to global studies, and then global studies to psychology. She's pretty confident she won't change it again.
Next, we have Sophia Rusi. Sophia is a third-year psychology major with an interest in working in a clinical setting with adolescents and young adults and promoting mental health awareness in Latin and other minority communities. Some of her hobbies include painting and dancing, and if she doesn't find an interest in psychology, she would love to become a writer. Next is Brianna DiRenzo. She is a psychology major with a minor in psychiatric rehabilitation. Her interests include dance, and she's been dancing since she was 3 years old and is a part of the Drexel Dance Ensemble. In the future, she hopes to be a childhood adolescent psychologist, and a fun fact about her is that she loves to bake, especially cupcakes.
We then have Sneha Boda, who's a junior psychology major. She's also minoring in neuroscience, and she loves to sing and enjoys watching reality TV. She's also the captain of an a cappella team on campus, and in the future, she aspires to become a clinical neuropsychologist, and she enjoys working with children specifically. A fun fact about her is that she was on a billboard advertisement campaign as a child.
Next is Diego Aragon Guevara. He is a third-year undergraduate at Drexel from San Francisco. He is a psychology major with a minor in neuroscience. I am also a psychology major, Diego. We have that in common. His interests are in neuropsychology and developmental disorders, specifically ASD. His long-term goal is to be a clinical neuropsychologist specializing in the treatment of neurodiverse adolescents and those with neurodevelopmental disorders. He loves to cook, and he spends his free time trying out new recipes. Awesome.
Next is Jillian DeSouza, a junior psychology major. And she is a third-year psychology major with a public health and biological sciences minor. She is very interested in racial disparities within mental health treatment. And in the future, she hopes to pursue medicine with a focus in mental health in the brain. In her free time, she likes to hike, paint, and sing. And a fun fact about Jillian is that she loves cats and aspires to be a cat lady when she grows up.
Next, we have Kaylee Galuli. She's a third-year psychology major, and in the future, she hopes to begin a career in counseling or therapy. In her free time, she enjoys going on road trips and finding new places to explore. Currently, she works in an ICU unit in a local hospital, and a fun fact about her is that she can hula hoop really well.
Then we have Asia Williams. Asia is a junior psychology major, and she really enjoys photography and gaming. Her favorite game is Genshin Impact. She likes to go out on random adventures and enjoys watching anime. Asia played field hockey for 5 years and lacrosse for 2. She is unsure what she wants to do after graduation, but she is interested in the law side of psychology. And a fun fact about Asia is that she has never broken a bone, even though she's really clumsy. And then Olivia Henningsen. We didn't have much information about her.
We finally have Nicole Elisi, who's a psychology major and a fine arts minor. Her interests include anime, coffee, and fashion, and her hobbies include acrylic painting, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and traveling, as well as adventures. Her future goals are to see the whole world and start a nonprofit with her brothers. A fun fact about her is that she had an accidental bunny farm growing up.
And I want to say just congratulations to all our new members. We welcome you to our chapter and look forward to our fellowship. And now we will have some time for questions, so feel free to enter anything into the chat room, or if you'd like to unmute yourself, you can go ahead and do that and ask any question.